So come on in, take a sip. Let's wind down on some sparkling water because we are on Interstate 35 between Austin and Fort Worth on our way back up to see our family in the area. And then tomorrow morning, very early, I'll be getting on a plane back to Munich. So I will be doing, hopefully, the crossword from the business class lounge or something at the airport. So we'll see. But right now we have a Sunday grid, so let's kind of hop into this thing. I want to say thank you to everybody who's been so kind to reassure me that it's not terrible to have the horrible sound and the very odd backgrounds for these things. But nevertheless, I mean, it's been reassuring, and I cannot tell you much I appreciate it. So thank you very much for that. So we have a Sunday grid here with, and it's got I guess the title of this thing, perhaps the theme is One for the Books. So that should be interesting. And this is an Amy Lucido construction edited by Joel Faliano. And it is Sunday, September 15th. So let's overpass. Let's hop into this grid. I can't control the light or anything on this, but it's super. And by the way, thank you, Shotzi, for driving. Okay, because wouldn't it be crazy if I was driving and doing this same time? So let's jump into our grid, see what we got. Okay, so let's see. Here's looking at you, kid, or you can't handle the truth, famously. So I guess we've got a Casablanca few good men thing going on with that. Interesting. Okay, so 5 letters, let's see. Back issues. Determination, 2017 film about Wolverine. And here we've got ourselves an anchor. I think that was Logan, and I really did enjoy that movie, actually. Alternative, when we got 6 letters. I mean, I would think a Honda Accord as an alternative, but with this N here at the third cell, I'm thinking it's a Sentra, which I think I might have issue with because I don't think of a Sentra as the same as an Altima. So therefore, really not necessarily an alternative, and it's probably a cheaper car. I don't know. Maybe it's been reclassified, but it seems to me that a Sentra was kind of a small car, not a midsize. Oh well. Blank Air, carrier to Taiwan. That would be Eva Air. Very good. Record book, and here we go. Something with the theme. It's in italics, and it's got a question mark. So don't know enough yet to go with that one. It's a long one. Jim, who wrote Time in a Bottle. Yes, that would be Jim Croce. Somewhat of a fan. Something about a taxi cab. I remember a song about that once. Boy, I know I'm jumping all over the place here, but it's the bumps on I-35. Back issues could be aches. Okay, so what we got here now? Here's looking at you, kid. Determination could be drive. And I guess here's looking at you, kid, or you can't handle the truth would be an ad lib. I guess I didn't realize that wasn't in the script. I to Einstein, I guess Ich, which is the German word for I. And record book, hi something. Caption under the first half of a makeup ad, and I think with this BE blank blank R blank, it's a before. I think we got a before. Pretty clever. I'll give it that. Covered by one's network. Maybe in area. Maybe. Let's check it. Apt name for a gardener, blank ER blank. I guess that could be herb, which is funny. The British do call herbs herbs. Two nations separated by a common language, right? Sat on the kitchen counter, perhaps, with a TH, and we got 4 blanks. I'm going to go with thawed. And group of conferences for short. Let's see, high degree, maybe the nth. So I tell you, a group of conferences could be the NC2A. My alma mater suffered a 35-34 loss last night. It hurt. So plant also known as coffee weed, and I think that's chicory, but I can never remember how to spell it. I hope I got that right. It's a C and not a K. We'll check that real quick. Music finales would be codas, typically, unless I'm wrong. Talent finder, green book. The nebulizer's output would be an aerosol. Lost at sea plea. Save our ship, save our souls. Whatever it stands for. Tiffany. My sister, she's the trivia queen in the family. Business that offers microdermabrasion, and I'm assuming that's a spa. And the clan of the cave bear heroine, and that's Isla. And the Bayhive and the Swifties for 2, and these are fan somethings. Perfunctory. Gosh, what? Proforma, maybe? I think perfunctory, maybe proforma. Let's see. Lyre plucking muse and my muse, Irado. Let's see, log book. I don't know. I mean, it seems like these are probably like the names of novels or well-known published works, but I don't have enough to really go on yet. I'm not sure what the whole theme is about, other than books. One for the books. Okay. Pilgrim's Destination, maybe. Maybe a shrine. Yeah, we've got that. Got a couple letters in there. It helps me kind of come to that. Sebastian the blank, the University of Miami mascot, and I don't know I can't remember offhand, but it is a very strange mascot. Some mascots are pretty strange. When I think of the University of Alabama's football team, and it's a Roll Tide, and yet the Crimson Tide has got an elephant. I mean, I don't get that either. I mean, elephants, native to that part of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I don't know. So, glowing remnant, maybe an ember. And that's right, Sebastian the Ibis. I don't understand that at all. Okay, but yeah, I remember now. Okay. Manner of walking. How about a gait? Got a lot of medical terms in here today, don't we? See red. And we've got 6 letters, so I'm going to go with seethe on this one. Okay, starting with that S. I don't know what else it could be. Yearbook. I'm going to go ahead and put fan here, but I don't know. It's going to be something. It's plural because it's the Bayhive and the Swifties. So we're going to have an S at the end. So fan somethings. I don't know. Member of the original SNL cast. Okay. We are so fortunate. I should say I am so fortunate that we already have an ER at the end here, because these things come up. You could be like Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, or with the ER, we know that we've got Gilda Radner. Franken wouldn't have fit. So, requiring, maybe in need of. I'd like to say that I can't type that well because we're moving in a rental car on I-35 in traffic approaching Waco, Texas right now. But we all know that I can't type regardless of where I'm at. So a bad buy. We've got 5 letters with an N at the end. And this is one of the funny things. When I first got married to Shotzi, she would always mix her metaphors and say, well, you bought a real pineapple there. No, it's a lemon. Or life's not a bowl of apples, right? I didn't mean you get the color correct, exactly. So fandoms. Okay, very good for the Bayhive and the Swifties. Rule book. Okay, I'm just gonna need more to get these going here. Get ready to skate. Maybe lace up. I haven't been ice skating in forever. And let's see, crew meet. And I've got an RE, and then I've got 5 more letters, and I'm going to think this is a regatta. And by the way, I'm a ginormous fan of the America's Cup. And so a shout out to those folks from Great Britain in our community here, because the Great Britannia Ineos, I mean, looking to maybe win the America's Cup this year, which is great. So congratulations on that. My heartfelt sympathies to the French and to the Italians, but to the Swiss and the Brits and to American Magic, keep it up. Rule book. Okay, stockpiled, maybe amassed. So we got always product is a pad. That's nice. Four Corners native Ute. When I was a kid, I used to summer in Parker, Arizona. Every summer I go to Parker, Arizona, and we would drive to Four Corners for our 4th of July celebration. It was really awesome. So a potluck dish could definitely be a casserole. Casserole. Given address could be orate. We've got a fairly, I'd somewhere between a medium and a slightly challenging grid fill today, which is good. I always check Rex Parker after I do the puzzles, and I always find what I think is a medium challenging. He'll always call it like beyond easy, and he'll have done it in like 2 minutes or something. But so I think a dismissive cry is a f. Along with my wife, she hates the word meh. So Kristen Blank, first woman to win 6 gold medals at a single Olympic Games, and that is Kristen Otto. She is a German swimmer, and really, really impressive. Now, onward, perhaps that's 4th, but I think I'm seeing here on this, I can't see the numbers where I'm at, but I think we've got a Game of Thrones up here, so let's see what that's about. Rule book. So Game of Thrones would kind of fit in that, wouldn't it? Okay, I'm kind of getting it now. I'm kind of seeing where the theme is going. The Great Pope, that would be Saint Leo, also commonly referred to as Leo the First. But Leo the Great, don't let it trip you up, because Leo the Great is he was a Roman emperor. Let's see, spot for a wine glass charm would be the stem. And I have a wine glass charm that I generally keep, and it's an old Burberry luggage lock. It's really cool. Decorative pitcher, that would be a ewer, and also the subject of many still lifes. Lambs, moms, ewes. Okay, we got some standard, inelegant, ugly fill here, but we'll get through it. Film character who becomes trapped in a dentist's office. I think that's Nemo. I've actually seen that multiple times. It's one of the kids' favorites. So yearbook, 19. I'm going to go with George Orwell on this one. I'm going to say 1984 because it'll fit. We were so exhausted on the plane ride coming here. We had to get that second leg from Charlotte to DFW that I literally could not gauge if a word would fit into a grid cell structure, and that's something that's rare for me. Like, my wife's like, you're tired if you can't tell if that fits. So I'm like, I know. Some poles, I guess maybe anodes. Picked a card, maybe drew. Hold your horses. Whoa. I never know how to pronounce that. Sticky substance. A Tyrannosaurus rexus was nearly 17 inches long. Having an EG and a blank tells me this is an egg, though I don't think I've ever considered an egg measured by length. I would have probably put toe or an ear in there, to be honest with you. I don't know how long a Tyrannosaurus toe is. I don't know how long their ears are, but I don't think of their egg as being long. I think it's usually round, right? You have like a length, width, circumference, something. Sticky, like an oval maybe, or maybe some eggs are like just round. I don't know. But I'm just saying it certainly wouldn't be long, I don't think. Sticky substance, I'm going with goo. Many a critic's year-end list. I'm going to assume this is maybe top 10. We got the TO. I'm going to check it, though. I have no idea. Where the chair of St. Peter sits in St. Peter's Basilica. AP blank blank. Probably talking about the apps. And so addresses impudently. We got an S, and then we got 5 more letters. Maybe sasses. Impudence. I admire that in people. Makes blank. I'm thinking erases. What do we got here? Approaches, maybe nears. And yeah, I think erases is going to work. So let's see. Title for Sanders, abbreviation. The only one I think of is Senator Bernie. Listings on a Japanese menu. Maybe SA, 3 letters. Sakis, maybe? I do like a good sake. Hudson of the Ghostbusters movies, and I don't know who that is. I have not kept up with the new ones, and I don't know if that's maybe an old Ghostbusters reference. All I could tell you is Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd, to be honest with you. Scrapbook. I have no idea. A word in many greeting card categories. Got 3 letters. I'm thinking 4. Could be U, maybe. Scrapbook. Is this an R? I think that's Frankenstein. Scrap, right? You know, that'd be kind of cool. Slugger stat. How about runs batted in? That'll give us a start here. 4 would fit there, and I do believe we've got Frankenstein up here at, I think, 113 across, and if it is, that'll be really clever too. I like that. Hudson. Is it Ernie Hudson of the Ghostbusters movies? Maybe he was an original one. Late night host who once wrote for The Simpsons. I guess that was Conan O'Brien. I didn't know that. I love it when I learn stuff from the crossword. Climbs, rises, very nice. Okay, pretty elegant there and very clever, though, when you think of the Frankenstein being a scrapbook. What takes this puzzle out with a bang? And we got T blank blank, and I don't know. Let's just go with TNT. Cheat, so to speak, maybe just stray. And pass, maybe enact. Like a dryer trap, blank blank NTY, you think linty? Like some belly buttons, maybe? Gross. Diagnostic tool in brief, blank blank. I'm going with an MRI. And hopefully this will be right. Bad mouth smear, nice. Okay, good. And Ryder Jong, Erica. And curtain adornment, how about a tassel? Or as witnessed at my daughter's house, a cat. Could be a curtain adornment. Okay, credit card lure. How about no fees? And occasional disruptor of activity at Sicily's Vincenzo Bellini Airport. I'm thinking this is Mount Etna. Chapter of history. Perhaps this is an era. And John, who married Pocahontas, is John Rolfe. Captain John Rolfe, I think, was his rank. Tease. Maybe poke fun, make fun. I don't know. Nail salon extensions. Got 4 letters. I'm going to go with tips on this one because then I got my poke fun. And what am I doing? Yes, I'm engaging in confirmation bias there. I know. Bad person to confide in. Spy? I have no idea. Let's see. T is going to go with the poke fun. And then we've got mother of Perseus, and that's Danae. I got to tell you, on our website, Let's Wind Down, or I can't remember. It's in the description below, but if you go to our website in a couple of days, well, I can't keep up with all that. But in a couple of days, I'm going to be uploading a study guide in a PDF that you can just take, download, put it on your phone, and it'll give you all the things that you could maybe sit around if you're just bored and you don't have a signal to pull up a crossword or something. Then you can always go to your study guide and you can work on everything from your Hebrew alphabet to your Roman gods, your Hindu gods, and so on and so forth. I think it's pretty handy. I love going through it. I've even once did a family tree for all of the Titans and the subsequent gods, and it's really kind of cool to do that anyway. So yeah, it'll be up there soon. I'll make an announcement when it goes, but please do help yourself there. Most of Van Gogh's The Starry Night, blank K blank, and I think that would be the sky. It's one of my favorite paintings in the world, but then again, it's probably everybody's on their list of favorites. So I'm thinking a bad person to confide in would be a spy, I suppose. And I don't know, but we got this long conductor's announcement. So I think this would be stop at the end, but now we got to know, is it going to be the last stop or the next stop? Either of them works perfectly grammatically in syntax. There's no way for us to know just yet. So pinball game ender, I think that would be maybe tilt. And that L gives us last stop. And in a flow state, question mark, how about teary? Cannot think of anything that would go there. So logbook. I'm probably going to kick myself when I finally figure out what book they're talking about there. Lead into sphere. 3 letters, we'd have an ecosphere, but now I'm thinking maybe hemisphere. The something. Cuteness of Black Swan, and that's Mila. Need to probably spell her name correctly to get this puzzle done. Rapper Lil Baby. Source of natural gel, aloe. We were just discussing that, me and my nurse wife. Nurse Jerry and hospital administrator Christopher were talking about aloe vera because that's the kind of crap we talk about. Let's see. Hallowell of the Spice Girls. She's 1 R away from having the same spelling as my Shotzi. Logbook. The Giving Tree? The Giving Tree. Yeah, Shel Silverstein. But I mean, logbook? I mean, it's a tree. I mean, is a log something you make out of the tree? It's a stump. That's right. So it's a stump. Is that even a log? I don't know. I mean, but then again, scrapbook. I mean, Frankenstein was made of scraps. So let's just leave it alone. Big name in chocolate, Godiva. I don't know what I do without Shotzi here to keep me in check. Let's see. Placed on a peg. No idea. Waste product. Creature whose mating habits are a scientific mystery, and I guess they're looking for an eel here, though I don't think that's really a mystery anymore. And I think a waste product is a belt because it's just spelled with the waste. Green book, and I'm thinking the Wealth of Nations, which is apt. It fits. We basically had the wealth already, so why not? Natural barrier for grins and giggles. I'm put a reef in here. Pack and play and stroller for a traveling parent. GE blank blank. Gear. It's opposite Oman on the Gulf of this opposite Oman on the Gulf of Oman, and I think that's Aden. Let's see. Goofs up. No. It would be. Looks like Iran. Sorry. Goofs up. Maybe heirs. We got Iran here. Iran. Let's see. Fawcett, who played one of Charlie's Angels, and I always think, well, why? That's such a gimme, but is it really? If you weren't alive in the 70s, you may not know who Farrah Fawcett was, and that's fair. Bops in 2 senses, maybe hits. Instrument with as many as 21 strings. I got to tell you, as a musician, I played at one time. It was a cool experience. Wouldn't want one because that's a lot of tuning. It's for the same reason I don't own a 12-string guitar. I'm lazy. Thrown out, maybe tossed. Walk with confidence, maybe. Well, if it's like walk, you're thinking past tense. It'd be like, well, it's got to be strut or something, but maybe a walk is not. Maybe we're talking about a stride. I don't know. Let's check it. Gradual build up. Okay, I don't know. Column in a hockey box score. Assists, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. FAQ consulters. These are probably users. Please refer to our frequently asked questions. Spell book. We got this blank blank, R-I-E, and then a whole bunch of blanks. I'm going to just put in Merriam-Webster and hope I'm spelling it right because I don't, off the top of my head, know. Let's see. Takes the helm, maybe steers. It'd be like me reaching over and taking the helm right now. And, well, this would be a short video if that were the case, wouldn't it? Composted material, maybe food waste. I don't know what else you would compost besides maybe dying houseplants. Like monastery life, austere. But for really, some of the monastic lifestyles were not so bad in the old days. Sugar ending, that would be OSE. Fructose, glucose, sugar. Suddenly stopped texting. How freaking clever. I have not seen ghosted in a crossword yet, I don't think. Humble dwelling a hut. Butter up, maybe gas up. Butter, gas up. I don't know what that is either. So if we're wrong with something, we might have to look there. Platform for Mega Man for short, 3 letters, going to be NES, and gradual build-up, maybe a slow burn. Okay, that's also very clever. I like that. Home to Cedar Point. I guess we're looking for Ohio, but I would wager that there's a lot of Cedar Points all over. Skip over as a sound. Elide. Turn in some board games, maybe a roll. Stays with, rooms with. Okay. Ain't happening. No how. Very good. Mix as butter and sugar. I guess that could be to cream. And marked with a tag, perhaps on sale. Maybe. Rare punt return outcomes for short. I guess these would be touchdowns. And record book, High Fidelity. Also a great movie with John Cusack. I think Joan was even in it, perhaps. I can't remember. Liberal arts major, blank blank Y. I'm going to go with psychology. Scintillate. Trapes? I don't know. Bailey of 2023's The Little Mermaid, and I think that's Hallie. I don't know who that is. I just think that's Crosswordese. I think that's Hallie Bailey of The Little Mermaid, but I don't know. Jane Goodall's subject is a chimp. Bumped into Matt. And Scintillate, maybe traces. Less friendly, icy or so. How do we do, Bob? Well, I must have left something blank somewhere, but I can't see because the sun's all over the screen. Where did oh, here it is. Okay, good. It's like, how do we do, Bob? Well, you ain't done yet. Cell service initials, LTE, and that would make place on a peg teed, and that's kind of cool. How do we do, Bob? No, I fat fingered something somewhere. So let's go through real quick. Adlib, chump, NES, gas, and ghosted. That's right, though. High fidelity. On sale, Centra, Miriam. There it is. So one thing, note to self, maybe Merriam-Webster, I should remember it's a I-A-M and not a I-E-M. So yeah, I can't believe. But I was saying, no, I don't know better than you. I never consult the dictionary, which is why I'm not a very good speller. But this is fun. I think 26 minutes is okay for a ginormous grid on I-35, fat fingering included. But an awful lot of fun. And like I said, tomorrow we'll be probably in the lounge at DFW doing our crossword early. So hopefully that we can make that happen. Otherwise, we'll get it when we get to Charlotte. But nevertheless, it's been so much fun, and thank you so much for all of the words of support and allaying my fears that this is just a terrible format for the time being. But it is what it is, and we've put it together, and I cannot tell you how much I appreciate everyone. To all of our new subscribers, along with our legacy subscribers, you just have no idea what that means to me. The two of us. She's just as happy as anybody here, right? To see that our community, our little learning organization is just growing and with very, very kind people. The comments are just beyond fantastic for us. And so thank you all very much for that. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take time to be good for yourself and be good to others around you if we always can. And until I see you tomorrow for the grid, ich wünsche Ihnen einen schönen Sonntag. auch für die erste, die schöne Wochenende. Tschüss, Servus, auf Wiedersehen, ciao, bye, y'all. What was the other one? I'm missing one. Grüß Gott. There we go. All right. Be well. Take care.